Welcome, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are at home finally. Yes, indeed, we are. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. I got me a cup of water. We got a lot of people in here today. I hope you guys are all having a fantastic day. I certainly am. I'm just gonna quickly check to make sure we are all good. Looks like we're all good. Awesome. So I guess I gotta sit down a little bit further this way. I got my laptop here so we can read the comments. Hopefully that will work good. But it is an exciting day, guys. It really is. To me, at least, it is. I hope you guys are all as excited as I am. I think I'm going to turn that camera just a tiny little bit further this way here. I'm looking at it over there. I'm a little bit on the corner there. So let's see. Hopefully this will work. So let's see. I see Trucker Jukebox is in the house, guys. Yes, indeed. All right. So tomorrow is going to be an exciting day here in Canada, guys. It really is. I am extremely excited for tomorrow, since Canada is finally uniting with all the people, and we're going to take our country back to the way it used to be, right? Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm almost feeling like doing a happy dance. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a trucker, as you guys can see. Trucker Rudi right here, right? I've been driving now for 13 years. And this is the first time in my life that I have ever seen the truckers unite the way we are seeing it done today. Isn't that an amazing time or what? At least it is to me, guys. It is like, thank you for all the support you guys have given us truckers here in the last week. It's been an amazing week for all of us here in Canada. And the media likes to spin it to where it sounds like, oh, we're terrorists and we're just truckers, we're just a minute, small little group, and yeah, I think they're going to be in for a rude awakening, right? Back in the 1990s, it looks like we had a major protest probably, right? Anyways, I'm going to introduce my wife, Elfrida, right here. Jessica is a little bit in the corner there. Maybe we need...
Anyways.
Yeah, she's sleeping. Maybe we'll get her in the picture here in a few minutes, but she's in the wheelchair. For those of you guys that are new to our channel, welcome. We do really appreciate you guys being out here and supporting all of the people, and especially the truckers. We are away from our family 99% out of the time, right? Like, we're out there on the road delivering the goods to you guys, so you guys can get it on the shelves in your store locally, right?
Dance, buddy, dance. We want to see it.
Hey, here we go. I'm super excited. I can't wait till tomorrow. You know what? Tomorrow is going to be a special day because we're going to the border tomorrow here in Manitoba, and we are going to take our country back. Man, I'm so excited. We're going to be trying to protest at as many borders as we can possibly go, right? And I know there is going to be a ton of people at the Emerson border tomorrow, and I'll bring my drone along. For those of you guys that have been around for a while, you guys know I have a drone, and I will be there filming a ton of footage for you guys to see, because unfortunately I'm like a lot of you guys out there. You can't make it to Ottawa, right? Because I'm just a poor truck driver, right? And I drive for a company that doesn't support us taking a truck there. So luckily I got home today And here we are. I barely made it home. I got the story for you. I barely made it home today because this morning I was parked at a rest area. I go to start my truck in the morning. Nothing. It's dead. Lo and behold, my damn starter on my truck quit on me. Can you believe it? But I said a little prayer and I called Penners. That's the company I work for. And I said, you know what? I need help so I can get my truck started ASAP. Did you know within 10 minutes, a tow truck rolls into the rest area? And I had already talked to the driver that was sitting beside me to try and help me. And he honked his horn because I was in the bunk looking at my phone, you know, seeing which service truck I could call, right? He honks the horn and the tow truck driver stops and he sees I have the hood open and we went over there and talked to him and he was a really, really nice fella. His company was out of Brandon, Manitoba, and he came down there and he knows what to do, right? And so he went and grabbed the screwdriver and they climbed underneath there and I had to turn the key and he put the screwdriver on the starter and lo and behold, my truck started. What a blessing. Man, it's a good time to be alive. So the wife is going to get to the comments. I see a ton of comments out there.
We'll try to get as many as possible.
Are there so many in there?
Oh, yeah. Truckers United, Texas, USA. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes. And I am trying to share with you guys as many videos as I can possibly get permission to share with you guys. And many of you guys might think that I am from the United States because I shared a video yesterday, I think it was yesterday evening, from a guy in North Dakota that's organizing a convoy coming up to the Pembina border from the south side, right? And he shared the story where they're going to meet and all that good stuff. And so I got a lot of comments, you know, saying, hey, thanks for doing that for us Canadians and this and that. Well, it's not just about Canada, right? This mandate includes in both countries. So even if Canada changes their rule, then we still can't go into the US because Biden needs to change that rule, right? So it affects both countries. So we need all of you guys to support. If you're from the US of A, come on down to the border. Or there is a group also on Telegram that is organizing a convoy up to Washington, D.C. So go ahead and if you can, join them.
Windsor, Ontario border, right?
As many borders as we can possibly do. Shut them down so nobody can cross, right? That is the idea. The bigger we can get, the better it is going to be.
At least slow them down, right?
Yeah. Well, they are saying we can slow roll them legally, but we'll see what happens. Keep our fingers crossed, right?
From Belgium, lots of love. Everywhere in Europe, we are watching you guys.
Thank you for the support, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I think the entire world is watching.
The entire world is got their eyes on Canada. It started out as being a truckers convoy to Ottawa, but it has grown much, much, much bigger than that. And it is not just about the truckers' vaccine mandate for the cross-border thing. A lot of people want to spin it, or the media here in Canada is doing a complete blackout, or just about. They're trying to make it look like that it is all just about the truckers. It is not. It is about all the tyranny that we have been experiencing for at least a year to a year and a half here in Canada, with the government putting all kinds of super strict restrictions into pretty much any business you can think, and they're using the businesses to enforce their stupid laws. You know, when is it okay for us as a Canadian citizen or an American citizen to go into a damn place and have to show your paper so you can sit down and eat a damn meal? When is that okay? Never. It's never been okay for me. It's supposed to be a free country, right?
It's about a lot of nurses are participating, teachers participating, all the way from the northern territories, even some grandmothers we heard coming down. So
yeah, and that's what my point is. We want to do this peacefully, guys. That is super important. I've heard many stories where they are probably going to try and infiltrate, I can never say the name right, but infiltrate us peaceful protesters and trying to provoke us from getting violent or, you know, having something, and then the media will twist it and try and make it look like we are bad people protesting this, right? But I want to reiterate that we want to be as peaceful as we can, right? That is the only way I think we're going to accomplish anything, right? And all we want to do is stop this government from implementing all these stupid rules. Like in Quebec, you got a curfew. Last time I checked, I was over 18. I don't need nobody telling me what time I need to be home at. No freaking way. I'm super, passionate about this because, when the government takes my livelihood away from making money to support my family, especially with my daughter, like the way she is, she uses a lot of drugs, for her problems that she has in her life, right? When is that okay for the government to say that I cannot work if I don't take this experimental injection, right? Because that's what it is, right?
USA stands with you all. In numbers, we have power.
That is correct. In numbers, we do have power. But tomorrow at noon is when I'm hearing the convoy is going to try and arrive at Ottawa. They've been trying their best to stop them along the way. Like I heard reports in Ontario, Canada, along Highway 17 that they put up a roadblock claiming that the weather was bad. Yes, there was a little bit of a snowstorm that came through Ontario, but it's nothing like we haven't seen as truck drivers.
Yes, exactly.
We have seen every snowstorm you can throw at us, right? So we are professional drivers. We can handle it. We drive according to the road conditions, right? But they tried to slow them down. I think the road was closed for almost 24 hours, or at least, 15 to 18 hours, just to try and slow everybody down. But eventually they did open it up. And I saw a video that I shared with you guys earlier from Parliament there. And it is so awesome to see that there's 3 lines of trucks blocking the entire road, guys. I love it. Wow.
U.S. truckers en route, Michigan here. Love the truckers.
Absolutely. I saw a video yesterday evening from somebody, just a short little video. I don't know exactly where they took the video from, but it was in, to me it looked like it was in Buffalo, Fort Erie border crossing there. That's what it looked like to me. And there was a super, super long lineup to cross the borders. U.S. drivers also coming up here to help us protest this, tyranny that we have. And another thing that I really, really hated last year when they originally started putting in these stupid mandates, that me as a truck driver, I could not even go into a damn truck stop and use the bathroom. They would not let us use the damn bathroom. Where in the world are we supposed to do our business? Like that is so freaking insane. For you guys in the United States, at least you guys haven't experienced nearly as much as we have. I know there is certain areas where you also have to prove that you've been vaccinated in order to enter or sit down and eat. But most places that I have been until early January, I could go into and sit down and have a meal at the end of the day and not have to prove that, I have this paper. That happened in Nazi Germany. Oh, if you want to walk the street, you got to show your papers that you can legitimately be on the street. Like, seriously?
They want to end all the mandates. Will this include all of the emergency powers, federal and provincial, as they have extended them?
That is the plan, to end all of these mandates. It's not, like I said, not just about the cross-border mandate. This is about ending all of these mandates. These things are violating our Canadian Charter of Rights. They truly are. Like, look it up. You can search it for yourself and see how many Canadian Charters of Rights, which is kind of like the First Amendment and Second Amendment kind of thing that you guys would have in the US. That is what they are violating out here in Canada by implementing all these rules. At first it was a 2-week curve. Well, now we're 2 years later, and they will never stop unless we, the people, put a stop to these guys. I am voting so hardly for all of these guys, not only just with my time, with producing all these videos. I am also going to the border tomorrow. I was there at the first protest here in Emerson. That's how the whole thing, I think, started. I was there. You guys can go check out my video. It's still up there.
Manitoba, North Dakota border.
Yeah, Manitoba, North Dakota. It's Emerson, Pembina. On the Manitoba side is Emerson, and on the North Dakota is Pembina. So I was there. I basically was pretty much the first one that live streamed from up there. I was pretty much the first video that got out there. And of course, the media did not want to stream any of it. And good thing is, here in Manitoba, our local MP actually came out in support of this vaccine mandate protest, So that was fantastic to see.
They track your phone as you come to the border. They already know you're coming.
Yes, and that's another thing. Why do they want you to download this CAN app or whatever they call it?
Arrive Canada.
Yeah, Arrive CAN app, I think is what they call it. You know what they're doing? They're trying to collect as much data from you as you can, or as they can, is what I'm trying to say. That is freaking like Chinese territory kind of stuff, Like the Chinese might do something like that. But that shouldn't be here in the free country of Canada and the United States, right? And why would they want me to do that? They already know that I'm coming to the border because we have to send in our paperwork to a broker to clear our loads, guys. They know we're coming. They know. Like, there's no way that they don't know. Why do they want us to download this app? That's just one reason and one reason only. So they can track your location at all times and they can collect as much data as they can possibly do from you. Because they did the same thing with that other app that they had created here earlier when this pandemic started, with that exposure to, the virus thing. They wanted you to download that app, so we'll notify you when you possibly have been exposed, right? And they came out later and admitted it, that they used that app simply just to collect data on you. And there was also recently a report that came out that I think they said 87% of all Canadians have had their phone tracked by the government. Just to see.
Without them knowing.
Yeah, without them knowing, just to see whether you're going to follow the law or where you're traveling to. Like, that is communist stuff. Like, seriously, guys, this needs to stop. And then Trudeau, originally I heard rumors that he was going to go on vacation. And then at the last minute, I think he got so much pressure that people said, no, you're not going on vacation. So now he comes up with this excuse, oh, I've been exposed. Like, really? Yeah, right.
But he tested negative. So.
Yeah, he tested negative. Like, seriously, guys.
Tyranny is punishable by death. Yeah.
Yeah. And there is a I can never say that German code that you know how to say that. Nuremberg code?
Yeah, Nuremberg.
Yeah, Nuremberg code. That was designed when, Hitler did all of this shit so that the countries wouldn't be allowed to do this. Well, they're doing it. And I think there is a ton of money being invested in this so that way they can, keep everybody hush, hush, hush. And here in Canada, the media ain't going to tell you the truth. We, the people, will tell you the truth on videos like these here on YouTube. That's the only way you guys are going to get real news, or by watching Rebel News. There's few independent news organizations that are going to tell you the truth. But don't listen to CTV News, CBC, Global News, all of them. Like, we saw a video that I even have here on my channel where CBC News was out there in Ottawa and pointing their camera to where there was only a couple of people standing there to make it look like, oh yeah, there's just a few people over here, And then the people stood up and they basically kicked him out of there. They said, turn your camera around and show the people the true story. How many people are really out here,
Time to remove the corrupt politicians.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. We are sick and tired of this. Like, I can accept 2 weeks, right? And that's what an emergency order is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a temporary thing. And it almost feels like the Canadian government is treating it like they did with all the GST taxes and all of that. Oh yeah, that was just supposed to be a temporary thing. 20, 30, 40 years later, we still have it here. You know? And that's exactly what's going to happen here. If we don't put a stop to this, next thing they're going to come after your children. I heard a story here not too long ago where they would not allow a father to go see his child because he's not vaccinated. Like, when is that okay? Really, guys?
Yeah, and there are a lot of young people suicide.
Yes, the suicide rate has gone up tremendously. Who's talking about that? Nobody. No media organization is going to talk about that. Like, all the young people, because they're locked down at home, they cannot go and see their friends, right? They're killing themselves because
they don't know how to deal with it.
yeah, they can't understand what's going on, right? Yeah. And now they're trying to go after as young as possible to try and inject them with this virus, and that's the other thing. They go out there and they say, we are anti-vax people. That's not true. I've been vaccinated with just about any kind of vaccination that there's out there. That is not true that we're anti-vaccinators, We're like, even these organizers that started this whole thing, there is a plenty of them that are fully vaccinated. And my other question to you guys is, if there is truly 90% of the drivers vaccinated, then why do we need a mandate? Why? That makes no sense. If we're almost all of us are vaccinated, then wouldn't you think if they keep telling you that we are protected from this virus, then there's such a small number of drivers that are not vaccinated, then why do you feel the need to implement this mandate? Why? Makes no sense.
You don't have a big group that you're coming around on the road anyways. You're mostly by yourself anyways.
That is the other thing. 99% of the time I'm sitting in the damn truck all by myself. Maybe on the phone, that's it. Talking to friends, so I don't get bored to death, right? And they try to make this sound like this is just a trucker thing. It's not. And that's not all it's about. This is about ending the mandate. Everybody is welcome. Same thing tomorrow. I am encouraging everyone to come to the border tomorrow. If you wasn't able to make it to Ottawa, tomorrow is Saturday. Most people don't work. Spend a few bucks with gas money and come to Emerson border or whichever border you're closest to. Go there and support this end this damn thing, right? Absolutely.
Tomorrow at 11, U.S. truckers coming.
Yes, they are planning to leave, I thought, from Fargo at 11. I think that is, at the Petro in Fargo.
But whatever location you are, check for your locations. Yeah,
absolutely. Like, there's Telegram groups out there that you guys can go follow.
Probably on Twitter, Facebook.
Yeah. There's lots of posts, and I try to post as much information as I can out here. Absolutely. Let's maybe get to a few comments.
Oh, we did already. Well, great stuff. Watching from UK.
Oh, awesome! I hope you guys out there in the UK are super excited that they are finally getting rid of the mandates out there.
Yeah.
And I wish they would do the same thing in every country. And especially in Australia. Oh. It's been so terrible in Australia. Like, it's just insane. And I heard the same thing from Israel. Like, Israel was going so crazy to where they would literally send you a text, or you would have to live chat with a, sort of police officer or something. And if you didn't do that, they would literally come to your door and make sure you were home, right?
I'm a granny. You do not need the media. You need the voices of your people.
That is correct. Absolutely. And I just want to share with you guys that I do have a website as well. For those of you guys that are not familiar with it, I do have a website. I'm going to share it here in the link right here, right now. So you guys can go check out my link. I am a photographer / truck driver on the side. I've been taking pictures, and I have some amazing pictures out on my website that you guys can go check out. And I also made some calendars this year And I also want to show them to you guys. So let me maybe get a little bit closer to you guys. I have a few left for you guys. If you guys want to check them out, let me go and show you guys my calendar here. So you guys can see a few of them pictures that I have on there. So I have a little story on there. So these are all the pictures that are going to be included in the landscape picture. And this is my front picture. I took this one out in the US of A. I might want to go a little bit further away so you guys can actually see it. I also do have a bird calendar for those of you guys that want to pick one up. These ones are available on my website, and I also have Amazon links there for US and Canada if you guys want to pick these up. Some of these pictures I have taken in South America, so you guys can go check them out. I would appreciate it if you guys want to pick up a few of them or one, you know, whatever it is.
History is being made right now. Already hundreds of trucks gridlocking Ottawa, and the main convoy is 2 hours out yet.
Holy mackerel! That is great info right there. You know, Trudeau went on the news the other day and said, "Oh, there's a small fringe of minority people coming there." Like, really? What kind of good stuff are you smoking?
Yeah, that they don't represent the
majority of the people. Like, seriously? That is insane.
This is how you do revolution. No violence is needed.
That is right.
Just sheer mass numbers and unified message.
And like they said the other day, I like that message the way they said it. If the shelves are empty in your grocery store, thank Trudeau. If the price has gone up, thank Trudeau, right? Because he's the one that's doing this to us. And, you know, if you have stuff in your shelves on the grocery store, thank a trucker like me, Trucker Rudi, right here. We have brought the freight to your local store.
In the beginning of a change, oops, where is it now?
There's so many comments coming in there.
Many comments coming in, I couldn't finish reading it. It was slipping away.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. You can maybe read them on here, maybe. Yeah, it's easier to read them on the phone probably for her.
When government fears the people, there is liberty. When the people fear the government, there is tyranny. Yes, absolutely. That's a very good quote.
Oh, absolutely. And I used to make trucking videos. That is why I have this t-shirt. And my company thought that I was getting too famous out there. And I had a few haters calling in and complaining, and they decided to tell me that I could no longer make trucking videos. And that is why you will mostly see outdoor videos like you saw. Like, I love my outdoors, right? I love the nature and stuff like that, right? So unfortunately, I had to take all of those videos down, but I'm seriously thinking about starting it back up because this is what you people want to see. This is important to you guys because we're the people that deliver the freight to you guys. Anything you have bought, even a t-shirt like this, has probably been on a truck somewhere, right? What else you finding? Any good stuff?
Biden has just signed into law requiring all vehicles has to have engine kill switch by 2026 in the United States.
Yeah, they're coming up with crazier and crazier stuff, right? Absolutely.
They want as many people to get jabbed before they ever release the ingredients. Oh,
yeah, no kidding. Yeah, that's another thing that I keep saying. Have you looked at the actual bottle that they give you the injection from? Have a look at it. Ask them to look at it. There is no ingredients written on it. So you have no idea what's in it, and the doctor has no idea what's in it. And then they expect you to legally, informatively consent signature, right? How can you sign something that you don't know what's in it? That's crazy to me. I would never do that. Hell no.
The main point would be that why would we... it's... it was at least that the virus is all over already. It's it's already crossed border.
Yeah, and the Omicron, well, I can never say the name right, but
Omicron.
yeah, that virus, they have openly admitted is not deadly anymore. It's and even the original virus, yeah, it killed a few people, but so does the regular flu. The regular flu kills how many people a year, right? And you can go onto your government site and look, at least here in Manitoba, I know you can, go on your government site and type in how many people have died each year, right? Look at the chart. I did that earlier last year or in the middle of last year. And they update the death rate here in June, I think, at the end of June or July, somewhere around that time. And I did that after they had updated it. It was maybe 200 more people have died here in Manitoba than there was the year before. Well, that's natural. That's going to happen that every year a slight number of more people are going to die because we have more elderly people and they're slowly passing away, right? It's normal that the percentage is going to go up a tiny little bit, right? By a couple of hundred people, no big deal. Why are we making a big deal about it, right?
Those in Germany who never stood up and spoke were the ones loading the people on the trains.
Absolutely, I totally believe that.
Yep, just following my orders, yes.
Yep, that's what we've been saying quite a bit too. Yeah, the police out here, they're saying, oh yeah, we're just following the orders. Well, isn't that what the Germany Nazi police did too? They're saying, we just followed orders. And it was the same thing. We have read articles where they did the same thing with the doctors. How many doctors did they force to do experimentals on the Jews and stuff like that? It's just insane. And that's exactly what they're doing here. They're trying to kill a lot of people. Solitary is...
Point is, these mandates are not laws and go
They're
against
right.
our charter.
That is absolutely
they must
right.
be stopped. This is about freedom. We, without it, are nothing. We must stand up and protect this right.
Absolutely. I totally 100% agree with that. And I think we're going to get out of here in a little bit. It has been a super, super excited time. If you guys want to support the whole Convoy or whatever, there is the PayPal, the GoFundMe page. And I'm sure you guys are aware of that. They have already raised, earlier I checked, or was it yesterday, it was already over $7 million. It's freaking insane.
Yeah, they get good support and that's awesome.
Absolutely. Yet the government says, oh, it's just a minority. No big deal. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder what Trudeau thinks. He thinks that the truckers are only going to be there Saturday and Sunday. I think he's going to be in for a surprise. Or the people, I should say. It's not just truckers. There's many, many people coming to Ottawa, right? And he thinks, it's just going to be Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, I bet you they're going to try and get rid of them on Monday. It would not surprise me if they would try that.
My family came to Canada long ago, escaping dictators in concentration camps. Canada is almost there now.
Yeah, we really are. And that's the same thing with me. You guys might have heard it in my accent, or I can't always pronounce something correctly. We originally came from South America ourselves. We came here in 2001, just after 9/11 is when we actually came here. And we loved it. This is such a great country, They actually have proper laws and stuff like that here that, that gets properly followed. And where are we now?
Yep. Everyone can follow their dream.
Yeah, exactly.
Succeed in life.
Yeah, that's what it was all about. You can come to this country over here and you can make an awesome living over here, right? That's what it used to be, right? That was our dream, right? And we have accomplished that. We have a beautiful home, beautiful family, and now we're almost thinking, should we move out of this country? But then I look at all the other countries, where am I going to move to? There's very few options right now. And the other thing is, I don't want to move. I love it here. They have so many beautiful lakes around our area that I can go to. I love camping and fishing and stuff like that. We're actually thinking about getting our hunting license, gun licenses and stuff like that, so we can get into that as well. We would love to do that.
I'm seeing vids from the Southern Ontario convoys. They got the streets in front of Parliament completely shut down. Man, did Trudeau poke the wrong bear?
Yeah, that is what we've been saying too. I think he bit off more than he can chew. Oh, well, sorry about that. You know, you step on a trucker's toe, you might regret it, right? Oh my goodness, there are so many people in here. It's unbelievable the amount of support that we're getting.
Trucking movement may go worldwide. Lots
Yes.
of truckers out there. Cheers from Vermont.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Yes, absolutely. Truckers go, truckers go. Heck yeah. I saw that comment in there. Meeting in Fargo. Oh, awesome. I give you a good round of applause. If you can join that and shut the border completely down here in Pembina, North Dakota tomorrow on both sides, Emerson and Pembina. And I even heard from my buddy earlier this afternoon, even from here from Winnipeg, there's a couple of concrete pumpers that are going to be joining them over there tomorrow. It is an amazing movement.
So everyone with the cement truck.
Absolutely.
To the border.
Heck yeah. Why not? I gotta take a drink every once in a while. Trudeau loves China. Yes, he does. He has openly come out and admitted that he loves the Chinese, the way they rule their people and the way they do that. He's openly said that.
Something's are worth fighting for. Live free or die fighting.
Yep, and another saying that always is out there, go big or go home, right? Well, let's make this big, guys. Let's make it happen. And when the majority of people start waking up and speaking up and standing up against the government, they have no choice. To me, we have already won. That's just how I see it. It's just a matter of following through. Like going to the border tomorrow, everybody that you can, invite all of your friends and come with as many vehicles as you can and bring water. Bring liquid. If you don't like water, bring whatever you might like, Gatorade, whatever.
Just
sandwiches.
Not alcohol.
Huh?
Just not
No,
alcohol.
don't do that. We don't want to have any drunks out there.
Drunk drivers, no.
Yeah, we don't need that.
They already have stockpiles of pills to replace vaccine.
Uh-huh.
As a monthly dose. This won't stop until they get the message from the majority fringe. Oh my goodness. So the
Mr. Rudi has a nice face. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh man, I'm blushing now. Oh my goodness. Maybe we should get Jessica in here a little bit, eh?
yeah,
Eh?
you can get her in.
Yeah. I'll move her over here a little bit so you guys can see our beautiful daughter as well. She's got the beauty from me, I guess. Yeah. Here we go.
Actually, the case with all vaccines, they don't give you the package inserts and you can't sue them if you're harmed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's been the case.
I heard since
Yeah.
the Gulf War,
Jessie.
with the entire vaccination, it has changed.
See, this is the star of the show, guys. Most people come and watch my channel because of her and the beautiful wife, of course. Yeah. Always got to speak the truth, right? 5 million. Who voted for JFC? We love you, Rudi. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I know I've been rambling on because I am super, super excited about this, right? I think this is the most excited that I have ever been in my entire life. I don't think I've ever been so excited and so proud to be a Canadian because I am finally seeing a light at the end of the tunnel, right? Because for the last 2 years, it's been miserable. It's been horrible, right? Like, you don't know when is this damn thing finally going to end, right? Like, it's just like a never-ending cycle. And it's just terrible that we never saw the light at the end of the tunnel. And this has finally given us hope. So why not fight for our freedom? Let's join us, guys, and let's have fun.
All money not used for fuel has been pledged to be donated to our veterans charity. Yep.
Yes, that's another thing. I have so many things that I would like to mention, but didn't write them down. I just go off of the head and share the stuff with you guys that I can think of. And that's another thing that Trudeau actually tried to destroy the GoFundMe page. He tried to say, oh, these are terrorists. Don't give them any money, right? Like, seriously. And I read, no, I didn't read it. I heard earlier today on the Telegram group that, was it earlier today or tomorrow? I mean, yesterday. I heard that they announced that, or maybe it was on their website. I think I got an email saying that they have now released a portion of the fund because they had to come up with some sort of writing to explain where everything is going to go and all that stuff. And I seriously, Trudeau tried to stop it from going anywhere, right? That is insane. Like, if he wasn't scared, then why is he trying to do that? Or if he thinks it's just a small organization, then there wouldn't be so many people standing behind us. There's companies spending $10,000 donations at a time. I've seen one that was $25,000 donation, right? It is just insane. Yes, I see a lot of loves for our beautiful Jessica over here. Yeah, I know. You love it. She loves the attention, guys. She really does. Especially when I film, guys, and I have a light on top of my camera there. Oh, she'll always looking for that light and stuff like that. She is so beautiful in our life, guys.
Greetings from Northern Ontario. Convoy went through my town today and was truly a sight to see. Yeah.
Absolutely awesome.
I watched it
Heck
from
yeah.
the Highway 1 and 12 too. It was just awesome.
Yes, some of that footage that I showed you guys in the last couple of days, my sweetheart went over there and filmed a lot of that because I was on the road. I was actually in British Columbia, out there in the mountains. So I couldn't be in there, but I was at the Calgary one just the night before they were getting ready to leave in the morning, right? So I did get to see a few people there and a few trucks and people with flags and stuff like that. And if you guys want to come down to the border tomorrow, make up a sign if you can. It doesn't have to be fancy. Whatever it is, put up a flag, whatever it is. Show the support and be a proud Canadian or American, whichever side of the border you are from. Let's get out there and let's make a change happen. History is being rewritten as we know it, guys.
Greetings and good luck to all of the people in Canada. Much love from the Netherlands.
Oh, nice, nice. Oh my goodness, this chat is so crazy. I've seen other channels do that, but...
Support from Portugal. Hey.
Oh, nice. Awesome. I hope all of you guys, even if you're not from North America, maybe if you guys are having issues out there, I think this is going to go worldwide. From what it seems like to me, it's going majorly big.
I'll be on Ottawa Saturday. We will win our freedom back. 5th-generation Canadian. Awesome.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, and the wife was telling me earlier that there is one person left that was part of writing the Canadian Charters of Rights, and he is furious, guys. He is mad, and he's actually putting out a lawsuit. From what the wife was telling me, you read it somewhere, right?
Yeah, it's an interview with Jordan Peterson. You can go and look it up on YouTube.
Heck yeah. Check it out, guys. I know you guys are probably bench watching a bunch of stuff out there. Yeah. Just like I have been the last few days. It's been insane on how many people are out there making videos, which is awesome to see because, we need all of you guys that can get out there and make videos and support this and get the word out there because our local media ain't going to do it because especially CBC, I think they got like $1.5 billion last year from the government. And now they said, oh, well, we need to give them more because they're putting advertisement, too much ads in their videos and this. Now, we need to make sure they don't put any ads in there. Really? It's like, yeah, right. 1,300 watching. Yeah, no kidding. That is the most I have ever had on my channel. I think this is going so crazy. I can't even keep up with all these comments and stuff like that. I usually like to go and reply to everybody, but it's impossible. When you see 1,600 comments on one video, there's no way. No way.
Trucks in Poland are driving with Polish and Canadian flags in support, especially in Warsaw and Krakow. Hey, hello.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Get everyone enrolled. Yes.
Heck
we
yeah.
do.
We need everybody. Everybody. Like a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people leaving comments saying, oh, I wish I could go to Ottawa. Well, you don't have to go to Ottawa. We also need people here at the border too, right? We can't just all go to Ottawa, right? We need people here at the border too to shut this country down so no freight is being moved. I would even love to see borders shut down between provinces. I would love to see that. So this way, no freight gets moved across Canada. So they are completely shutting down the country. I would love to see that, but probably will never happen. But at least we can shut the border down going into the US, right? Or coming back.
Watch the videos of the people on the roadside supporting the convoy. I don't see a lot wearing masks or social distancing. Canadians are more worried about the mandates than the virus. Yes.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. And the thing is, it's not that deadly. I saw, whoa, $50 donation. Maybe the wife can read that comment. I saw Jukebox left a comment in there. I saw it there. You said I must read it fast. The problem is, English is my second or third language, so...
He's not stopped talking, so I can't...
Yeah, let me stop for a minute, guys. Let me go get some water. Let me maybe put this mic over here so she can read the comments.
Well, I was reading before already that the mic was too far away from me, but... Yeah, Trudeau took money from the charity. Yeah, thief. Yeah, from the We charity. Yeah. Well, where doesn't he take money from? All honest, hardworking Canadians. He takes our money and gives it to the CBC and CTV. That's bribe money. That's just wrong. The government and even doctors are ignoring our wax injured. They have no liability because it was experimental. The people are alone and have no funds. Yeah, that's really sad. You all will gladly accept the great narrative or will be shunned and not able to buy food and pay bills. Yeah, and that's what social media sites are doing too. Anyone that comes out with the truth, they're being shunned and shut down. That's, yeah. It's time to stop all this. I'm sure a few are troubled persons, but this isn't a violent nor terrorist organization. This is real.
Absolutely. We heard that from that one MP there. What is his name again? That we watch. We really like him because he supports the truckers. He did an interview, I think it was today.
It's Pierre Poilievre.
Yeah, that's the guy I was thinking about. He actually came out earlier and said the same thing. If you have 5,000 or 10,000 people gathering for a protest, you're going to have a small percentage in there that is going to have bad intent. That's no way of getting around it, right?
Rooting for you all from South Carolina. Tomorrow is insurrection. Oh, now it slipped away.
Did you manage to read the comment from the from this one here? Yeah, read that.
I used to find truckers annoying on the highway. I absolutely love you people. Thanks for standing up for us. You are the heroes. I hope to have the strength and courage that you do and do my part. God bless you and your family. Okay.
Absolutely. Thank you. And I really, really appreciate that donation. That's going to help pay for my gas to go to the protest tomorrow. It really means a lot to us because it's not cheap, right? I live about 72 miles away from the border. And if we're going to be there for quite a few hours driving around because we're supposed to be doing a roll slow roll, right? We're not technically supposed to stop, right? Because that's against the law, technically. They have written some sort of rule here in Canada, at least, that you cannot completely stop the border. That is the rule. But I read an article from the organizer said that we have intent to try and stop it. We have intent to completely block the border. We will, have to try and see what we can do. But that is the full intent. Absolutely.
Ciao by Italy.
Nice. Nice.
Love from Bell's Corners, Ottawa, France.
I'm just shutting up so the wife can read a few more comments. Hopefully you guys can hear her okay. Leave a thumbs up, guys, on the video as well. And share our videos as much as you guys can possibly do. All of you guys. Share them on all of your social media sites, guys. So this way we can really get the word out there, right? That's what this is about. So that way more people will know about it. Because the other day I called our cellular company and I was talking to them about changing my plan, whatever, right? I mentioned it to that person and they had no clue. So not everybody knows about this, guys, because the mainstream media isn't showing it, right? And there might be some people that mostly just, watch the mainstream media. They have no clue. So share this on all of your platforms so that way more and more people will find out about it. And if you do, thank you. Thank you in advance from all of us here in Canada.
Trudeau is not king, he is a servant to us, the Canadian people. Thank you to your bravery and leadership. Truckers unite.
All people are uniting, not just truckers. We are all uniting and coming together and putting a stop to this. We need to put our foot down and say enough is enough, right? That's the way I look at it. Yeah, I definitely agree. I saw Jukebox left a comment there. He said, mask absolutely sucks. Yeah, and that's another thing. They have proven that masks are useless. They really, really, really are. And they can damage you too. Like if you wear it for too long, like you have a lack of oxygen and what is that? Carbon dioxide or whatever?
Monoxide.
Yeah, that is what, you get damage from all of that stuff. It's not good for you. And just a regular mask isn't doing you any good anyways. Not even the N95s are good enough. Like they don't protect you from this anyways.
There was one that said, she worked at the pharmacy giving people the shots and she saw people getting sicker and sicker. Oh my goodness.
That is terrible. That is terrible. And we saw a video on Asian Maya show. He's a truck driver from the United States that did an interview with a Canadian truck driver, owner-operator, that was telling his story. Obviously you got to take this with a grain of salt. Not everybody is going to have issues when you take this vaccine shot because that's just the nature of the business, right? But there is so many reports. Thank you for the donation there, guys. There is so many reports from people that have had injuries. And these pharmaceutical companies have no interest in tracking that or finding out what is the problem, right? And they have no interest in reporting these numbers to you either. And for instance, like Pfizer, they got sued in the US and they asked the judge to give them 50 years to release this information. Do you think you're still going to be alive in 50 years? I don't think I will be. Maybe I will be, but I doubt it. I would never find out if that's the case, right? And then they say, well, that's not enough time. We need 75 years. You know what? The judge saw through their bullshit and they said, you got 8 months to release this. So in 8 months, guys, we will see what Pfizer puts in this. They are being ordered to release this in 8 months, guys.
It would be great if the USA truckers joined the Canadians shut down Canada and the US.
They are. I am absolutely 100% certain they are, because I am part of a group on Telegram right now that is organizing a huge convoy in the United States. So you guys need to go check that out. If you don't have Telegram, maybe download it and create an account, and maybe somebody you know might be part of that group, or maybe you can find it. There's links all over the place. You can find it, and go check them out. Listen to those people over there. They are organizing convoys going to DC, Washington there, and they're also organizing trucks going to all these different borders. So if you are in a certain area and you want to find out if there's one happening over there, absolutely go over there and check them out, so that way you can find out and participate in it on the US side, right? Thank you, Jacob, for Jacob Newfold. Ah, nice. Thank you. $20 donation. I appreciate that, man. I drink to that. Ah, man, this has been an awesome
Love
show.
you all from Lethbridge, Alberta. Well, that's where you just came from.
I just delivered at the Best Buy over there. So if you go to Best Buy, you know I delivered your crap over there. I shouldn't say crap, but hey, I'm having fun over here. I'm enjoying this.
Brotherhood of Man, this puppet show.
Yeah, no kidding. He goes into hiding. That's what a coward does.
We Americans stand behind you 100%. Many of us have made videos to show our support and to get the word out. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Jukebox. He says, Rudy, 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 go, go, go. Yeah, we are going tomorrow. And that is why I also wanted to come on here and encourage as many people as we can to get out there and support us. And I almost forgot. I have another thing that I really, really want to encourage you guys to do. And that is take as many days off as you possibly can to shut this country down. That is exactly what I plan on doing. I plan on staying home at least till next week Friday. So today is Friday. I will absolutely not go out till next week Friday. I haven't even told dispatch when I am available, because I want to leave them in the blue. So don't call them up and tell them, guys. Don't do that, because I want that to be a secret to them, because I have heard several other drivers have done this. Owner-operators stayed home. The last 2 weeks they've been home, and our company has called them already and begged them to come back to work.
Well,
don't do it, guys.
I've heard even retired truckers that have been retired for a while, they called them and asked them if they could come back to work.
Support from Brazil. Thank you. Absolutely. Yes, and that's what we heard this morning from our bus driver that picks up Jessica. He said that he had some old friends that are retired drivers, and they start already calling them. So you know, they are getting desperate.
Love from Australia, holding the line here. Thank you, sweethearts.
Yes, absolutely.
Thank you for holding the line. We can win it together.
Absolutely. If we all get together and do this, we unite and do this peacefully, guys, we can win. Absolutely. There's no way they can resist this if we have the majority of the people coming together and fighting for this.
This movement reminds me of the Canada I grew up in. Please don't stop till the government backs down.
Absolutely.
Completely. Thank you.
And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stay home, guys. I'm sorry, guys. You might not get freight. You might not get something delivered. And trust me, things will get crazy. It will get expensive. You will see empty shelves. The news organizations out there, like the mainstream media, went out there and said, oh no, we haven't really seen too much of a slowdown crossing the border, and we haven't, there might not be everything you want, but come back in 2 or 3 days and you will see it in the shelves again. Yeah, it might be a little pricier. Bullshit. Holy mackerel, Jukebox, what the hell are you doing? Giving $50 donation there. Holy smackerel. That is awesome.
Rudy, please let my husband through. I haven't seen him since last Saturday, so he can get home to me. Okay.
Where is he at?
Bravo! Many Polish truckers within Convoy and all other truckers of different origins. Bravo! Pastor Artur Pawlowski. Oh my goodness, it slipped away.
Yeah.
Oh, it's too many comments.
Yeah, we heard that Artur Pawlowski is going to be out there. I saw him speaking earlier.
Yeah, he spoke the blessings over the truckers before they left.
I saw that in Calgary he did that, yep. Because that's the area he's from, right? And he went with the convoy, I believe, all the way to Ottawa, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure I saw him out there today because I am keeping an eye on all this stuff, right? As many videos and, you know, tweets and all of that I can find, you know, I try and find them, right? The only thing is I'm not on Facebook. I have nothing to do with Facebook products because they're terrible at collecting data, right? But let's not get into that. You will not survive on plans. Support your local livestock farmers. Yeah, that's another thing. I've seen a ton of farmers out there that are getting out there in support of us as well with farm equipment, tractors, combines, you name it, they're getting out there. I even see the Amish are getting out there with their horse and buggy, guys. Heck yeah.
Yeah, they're feeding the truckers.
And the Hutterize, actually here in Manitoba, when the police blocked the entrance going into the Flying J, I know I titled that video, Police Not Letting the People Go into the Flying J. I come to find out later that the whole Flying J was full. So they really couldn't go in there, right? So, I mean, yes, the police still blocked them from going in there, but the Flying J was full. But the Hutterize had actually set up over there to feed all of these people coming in, right? Not just truckers, remember that. It's regular people too, and their regular vehicles, vans, pickups, whatever, right? Might be an RV, right? The Hutterites took it up themselves and went all the way up to Kenora to feed all of these people. Now, give a big round of applause for that, guys. How awesome is that? Seeing all of these people unite and get out here and support everybody with food, water, drink, whatever you need, right?
Elon Musk has a real good understanding and supports the Freedom Convoy.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I saw his tweet. He is awesome. You know, he knows what it means getting your goods delivered because he runs a business. He knows what it takes. And if you can't get your goods, well, you ain't building nothing. Oh yeah.
Many are placebos. Of course, it cannot be too blatantly harmful. It would be too obvious. Yeah, I have heard that too. All the health officials and the governments, they're just getting the placebos.
Absolutely. And I want to give a big shout out to Mr. Trucker Jukebox. You guys have seen him here in the comments. He does have a YouTube channel. He has a good audience over there. He makes some good content over there. So if you guys love to see trucking videos, go check him out. I wish I could go back to making trucking videos as well. Maybe eventually I will be able to. Maybe. We'll see how it goes. But he's got an awesome channel over there. And go check him out. Show him some love. Tell him I sent you over his way. And enjoy his content.
Big Pharma wants to jab children so they will be free from any damages. Children sustain for the rest of their lives. Yeah.
No kidding.
They killed a Dr. Biscard in Italy because he decided to denounce them. Oh my goodness.
It would not surprise me. I have heard so many stories out here where doctors literally get fired if they don't agree with this stuff. I've just heard a story here recently where doctors would literally tell you or give you his personal or her personal phone number and tell you to call them at home to give you some medical advice on what kind of drugs you can get off the counter to survive this. If you happen to get COVID, they would treat you off the, out of the hospital kind of thing. Just so this way, because in a hospital, they're not allowed to tell you this stuff. So a lot of doctors, they want to keep their job just like the rest of us. We want to keep our job, right? We need to feed our family, right? So they're doing what they have to do, right? But at least they are definitely, getting out there, and they're starting to wake up as well and starting to take a little bit of a stand to it. And me and my wife were watching a video here earlier where there was actually a nurse that got fired from the southern Manitoba region. And it's just so terrible to hear all of these stories, Why should you lose your livelihood just because you decide not to get this medical treatment? That is terrible. I saw another $20 donation there. Thank you.
From Ecuador, thanks for the tremendous courage.
You have to.
Awesome.
When you see light at the end of the tunnel, there is nothing stopping the train.
Or when there's nothing anymore to lose, you just dance when you start fighting and give it your all.
Oh, Chickadee. Oh my goodness. You would probably love my bird feeding life video I did here the other day. I had a ton of chickadees out there. You would love that. Yeah, no problem there, Jukebox. Absolutely. So I do a lot of wildlife and especially birds and landscape photography stuff. So you guys can go check that out on my website at rudydueck.com. I shared a link in here earlier. I usually do have the link in my description as well, so you guys can go check out my website and show some love over there.
Even if you can't be in Ottawa, not that I complied, I am directing this to businesses. Just
open
let
up.
us in.
Yeah, open up to all the businesses. And that's another thing that they're violating is churches. It very clearly says in our Canadian Charter of Rights that we have the right to go and practice our religion stuff, right? They're violating so many rules and regulations out there. It's unfreaking believable. But we've been on here for a while.
Yeah, and the comments keep on rolling.
Yeah, which is nice to see. We really, really appreciate all of you guys supporting us. I think we will get out of here in a few. This has just been an amazing, amazing show.
We already won. We are many,
Yes.
there are few.
That is correct. We are many and they are few. And the thing is, we are supposed to be voting the people in to what's the word? They're supposed to serve us.
Well, that's another one. They need to understand we are the people who decide. And government is public servant, yep.
That is right. They're supposed to serve us, not the other way around. Absolutely. Freedom worship. That's right. Absolutely. We are believers ourselves, and we hate it that we can't go to church or anything like that. Like for a while, it was so crazy here. You couldn't even gather with friends. And that's against our Canadian Charter of our Rights too. It says very clearly in our Canadian Charter of our Rights that you are allowed to freely travel in this country without interference from the government.
Mickey the cat says he's heading to Emerson border tomorrow. Awesome.
Oh,
Maybe
nice.
we'll meet Ron up there.
Yes, who knows? Maybe Ron is home too. Absolutely. But yeah, that's another thing that I said that our Canadian, government is violating our Canadian Charter of Rights, that we are allowed to peacefully assemble and protest on what the government's doing against us, and also go and visit your friends and family. When is it okay that you can't go and visit your own spouse in the hospital? My wife just told me a story here, I think it was yesterday or this morning, about one of her friends, lady friend, that her husband is in the hospital 3 hours away from here. He got sick over there.
He collapsed at work.
Yeah, he's, we don't want to share all that stuff, like the medical stuff on what happened exactly or what this problem is, but because that's against the rule, right? We can't share that. But now she can't even go visit her own husband.
Yep.
What in the world, you know? That's just crazy. Oh my goodness, we got a lot of...
Make the decision for your family. Forcing people. Canadians are not the prisoners. We need the freedom.
Exactly. And that's what I keep saying too. It should be your own decision with your doctor or whatever, whether or not you want to get vaccinated or not. It should not be forced. And there also shouldn't be vaccine passports. That to me is so wrong in so many ways. Like across the entire Canada section that I know of, I cannot go to a single restaurant here in Canada and have a warm meal. Sit down and have a meal at a truck stop. I cannot do that because I choose not to get vaccinated, right? What were you laughing at?
Well, it already slipped away. One said, ask the truckers to bring their manure and dump it on the parliament. Good idea.
Yeah, but then, you know, the mainstream media would go out there and
Well,
say we're terrible people, right?
maybe through those grass would look greener in summer than everyone else's, and that would not be fair.
Well, then he might have to hire more people to cut the grass, right? And who's paying for that? Me and you.
When the Amish and Hutterites get going, you know things get serious. These people wouldn't even touch politics with a totem pole.
Thank you for the $10 donation there. Let's go, Brandon. God bless you from the US of A. Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, guys.
The Amish feeding their truckers. That just blew me away. Wow.
Yeah, no
Love the
kidding.
Amish. Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing.
And you're absolutely right. When the Amish start getting involved, you know damn well this is getting out of hand.
Estimated 30,000 American truckers go to the border, says one.
Yeah,
Wow.
I love it. Heck yeah.
Jukebox, are you one of those truckers?
We wish Jukebox could join us but he's a long ways from the north here. He's all the way south there, so what else do we have?
Tell someone has a heart attack every 40 seconds in the USA. No way to prove that was from the wax. Wow.
Yeah, and we've been hearing rumors too that if the doctor puts on the death certificate that you died from COVID, they get 30 grand. Some areas they get 10 grand. Like, you know they're going to put that shit on the death certificate if they can get 30 or 40 or 10 grand, right? You know they're going to do that as many times as they possibly can.
People should not be afraid of our government. Government should be afraid of its people. God bless you from the US. Let's go, Brandon. Okay.
Yeah,
You
no
were
kidding.
reading before, right?
Hey, Jukebox, you're a moderator in here, I think. Maybe you can get rid of this one person here. He keeps putting comments in there how long this planet is lasting.
The US is short on ICU beds because they aren't profitable, so they don't buy them and instead go with the 50K per use machines. They can't charge insurance. Oh my goodness. Yes, if money is more important than a soul, yeah, than a life. I mean, how can you put money on a life?
Yeah, that is never a good idea there. That's for dang sure. Let me see here. I'm trying to see if Jukebox, if you're a moderator in here or not. But anyways, we've been on here for a while.
Doctors who are participating knowingly have no integrity and are equally as guilty. Well,
Yep.
I think a lot of people, public, lost the trust in the healthcare system and their doctors.
Yeah, oh yeah, I definitely did. We have made an agreement between me and my family that if we get sick, I mean, if we really have to, we would go see the doctors. But the thing is, they right away want to put you on ventilation machines and put you into a sleep coma,
Well,
put
they
you to sleep.
isolate you, no one can visit you.
Yeah, that's the other thing. They isolate you. You can't visit nobody. Like, it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. But we're going to get out of here.
Hello, First Nations Oneida of the Thames, Ontario. Okay, hello.
Oh, thanks, Jukebox. I see you do have the wrench there. Good deal. Good deal. I see the needle shot in there. That's funny. Yeah, we saw a First Nation person the other day. We saw that on another channel. They, he was a truck driver and he came across the border from the US into Canada. He's vaccinated and everything. And they literally took his license and everything away. He produced his immunization paperwork and all of that stuff. And they still had called the RCMP and took him over to a hospital. And like, that is just so freaking wrong.
Some places actually wanted churches to have no singing. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what's wrong with that? I'm singing over here. Well, we're trying anyways. But, let's see here. I don't even know how long we've even been on here.
It's about a bit over an hour, but who cares?
Oh, nice, yeah. As long as we have
Having
some...
our own party here today.
Yeah, exactly. We have a nice party here before we go to the storm tomorrow. And if you guys have any questions, I see we have a ton of comments here, but definitely.
One for all for one. Many, many unite against same common global tyrannical oppressor. Yes.
Mm-hmm. That's another thing. I'm tired of people just sitting at home complaining about it and not doing anything. I need everybody to come out there, and even if you don't really want to join,
get involved.
Get involved. Get out there. Let's make this happen. That's rewrite history, right?
We make the rules, we break the rules. You can't stop us.
Well, we don't really want to encourage anybody from breaking the rule, right? We want to try and make this as legal as we possibly can.
As long as those rules make any sense, yeah, but a lot of rules these days, they don't make any sense. As if the virus knows what hour to come out, right? Like the curfew in Quebec. I mean, 8 o'clock curfew or 10 o'clock curfew. Oh yeah, as if the virus waits until 8 o'clock and then it comes out and boo.
Yeah, that is... Oh, somebody in here from Mexicano.
Oh, Maria Lynn. Hey, Rudi. I'm in Ottawa. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, good for you, Maria.
Send us some videos.
Yeah. That's another thing. If any of you guys are in Ottawa out there, send me some videos if you want. And I would love to put it out here on this channel. So this way, everybody can see what's going on, right? It's not just about me publishing it and getting a lot of views. It's about getting the word out there and letting everybody know what's really going on in Ottawa, right?
The real story, yeah.
Yeah, we want the true story, the real story. Even if it's just a 1 or 2 minute clip, it doesn't matter. If you can show like how many people are out there, the trucks blocking the roads kind of stuff, we would love to share that out here and get the word out there and show the people around the world that have their eyes set on Canada right now to see what's really happening out there.
Natives are sick of these mandates and being told on native land. Yeah.
No kidding.
It's your land.
Yeah, it's your land. Like, why would somebody want to tell you what to do, right?
The CDC vaccine adverse event reporting system is 1% reporting according to very credentials. Yep, that's what we have heard too. 1%.
I'm going to say buenas noches de mexicanos. I speak a little bit of Spanish, not the greatest, but we are actually German, so we do speak German.
My old employer says you can report injuries or getting fired. I mean, that's so wrong.
Yeah, see, these are the stories that we hear all over the place, except the mainstream medias. They will not report any of this.
If you report them, then you get fired. Yep, that's just...
Yeah, our company sent out a survey before, I think back in November, and I basically sent them a message back. Last time I checked, it's illegal for you guys to ask me about my medical status.
Yep.
They would not get an answer from me. No way. That is my private choice, my decision, right? Even if I got a shot, it's my personal information, right?
Chihuahua, Mexico. Oh,
Chihuahua, yeah, that's where
right.
that guy was from. I saw that in there, yeah. My reading in Spanish is not that good, but
Oh.
our first light went out. That's all right. That's why I brought a backup light today.
They couldn't even media black out the Amish. Yeah.
That is hilarious. I'm really afraid.
Howdy from Texas. Okay.
Awesome. But I think I'm going to close off the show here, guys.
My both parents are sick, but I'm not allowed to go take care of them because I'm not vaccinated. Oh.
That is sad. See, these are the stories.
Sorry to hear.
Yeah, these are the stories that we keep hearing everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Just terrible.
I mean, those are your parents. They don't belong to the government or health officials. I mean, come on, really.
Cheers from Central Manitoba. Yes.
My brother was healthy before the vaccine. Now he has been off work sick for 5 months. Never been sick before for 40 years. Going on long-term disability due to vaccine damage. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah, no kidding. Absolutely.
Young father was denied heart transplant for not being vaccinated in New York. Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm. See, these are the kind of stories we hear constantly. And nobody wants to believe you. If you tell somebody, oh, no, it's not true. That's just fake news. That's just a lie. You know, that's not true. This and that. Yeah, right. Here in the comments, you can read for yourself, right?
Yes.
And the comments will also be available after the show. So when you replay it, you guys can actually see the comments in there.
My dad drove OTR US 30 years. Said couldn't get 3 truckers to agree on one thing over coffee at the pilot. All these truckers united is a big deal. He is loving it. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, see, that's another thing that I was mentioning right at the beginning of the show. I've been driving for 13 years here in North America, and that is one thing that is absolutely true. For the last 13 years that I've been driving, not a single truck driver or 2 truck drivers can agree on something. And look what's happening today. It's just amazing.
Yep, they put those little differences aside and unite, and that's awesome.
And that's what we need. We need to unite. That's the only way we're going to win. If we unite and we fight back together, that is the way we're going to do this. What part of Germany were you from? I was not in Germany, sorry, but my parents were, I was born in Bolivia, and my wife and Jessica were born in Paraguay. And shortly after I was born, we moved to Paraguay as well. And we went to a school where we spoke High German. So I speak Low German, High German, and on the streets we kind of picked up Spanish as well. And so we speak a little bit of English now too. I always like to joke about that a little bit, but yeah, we do speak basically kind of 4 different languages, except for Spanish is a little iffy nowadays because we haven't used it in such a long time. But that's another great thing to have, right? Because how many countries do speak Spanish and English, right?
Yeah. We already made a Guinness book for largest convoy. Yeah,
Yes,
that's what
absolutely.
we heard.
Absolutely we did. Heck yeah.
Thank you, Canada, for stepping up from Colorado.
Well, absolutely. And I want to thank all of the guys and ladies or people from the United States as well that are participating in this, because we need you guys just as much as we need all of Canadians out here to step up to the plate and fight back, because without you guys, we still will not be able to cross the border. Because if they continue enforcing this in the US, there's no way I can cross the border, right? So even if we get ours reversed here, which I'm pretty sure we will. Chuck Diesel, yeah. Yeah, I saw the snow plows out there in Toronto were actually doing a protest too. How long did it take you to learn German, and how hard was it? It's my mother's tongue language is German, Low German, basically.
Oh my goodness, Rudy, did you hear they want to give people in Nunavut free snowmobile if they get waxed? Ugh.
Oh my God.
Another bribing. I heard from
Yep.
that in the US too, like the homeless. They give the homeless $100 gift cards for every wax. So a lot of homeless that were desperate for money, they came in every few days just to get a $100 gift card.
Yeah, and they were participating in it and putting in like, oh, this person didn't have an ID, and clearly they could see, like they know these people, right? But yeah, no, my mother's language is Low German, and in school we learned High German. And obviously, when you're a small kid, when you first start going to school, it's not hard to learn a new language. So we picked up High German in school. Well, that was what we had to speak there, right? So that's what we did. And then obviously, Paraguay is a Spanish country, same thing as Bolivia. We picked up a little bit of Spanish, so we love it.
Freedom. I will be at the government building in Alberta. Love all you Canadians making us stand. Yes, we have to all stand up.
Somebody asked in there, how are you doing today, Rudy? I am doing better than I have been in the last 2 years. And Trucker Jukebox will tell you that. I am so excited, guys. I can barely sit still. I even did a happy dance at the beginning of the video for you guys. So, if you want to see that, if you want to get a good laugh, go watch that later on. I saw somebody saying hi from Germany over there.
Hello from Guyana, South America. Wow.
Never heard of that town name before.
Yeah. Guyana. It's close to Colombia.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I never heard from it, but the wife has.
Yeah.
And those $100 gift cards were empty money.
Oh.
Really? No freaking way. Wow. That is terrible.
Bulgaria, salute you. Hi to Jessica.
Low German is extremely difficult to learn. I wish. Yeah, that is tough, especially on teaching the kids that. I know we have a son as well. If you guys don't know that, he's moved on. He's
in British Columbia.
Yeah, he lives out there with his fiance.
Yeah.
And we became grandparents not too long ago. So. Yeah, I know from my son, he did not really want to learn the language too much. But then when he became a teenager, he all of a sudden realized how fun it was when he had people over that only spoke English. Then he could speak to mom and dad in kind of in a private right in front of them, right? It's always nice to speak different languages, absolutely.
Regular people are being treated as criminals. I'm fed up with all of the mandates. Yeah, that's true.
No kidding, no kidding. Heck yeah. True story was on the feed yesterday. Oh really? Holy mackerel.
Our forefathers are rolling in their graves. They didn't die for this communist government.
Yeah, that is another thing that I keep telling my friends too. Why would I not fight for this? This is for our freedom of myself and my children and my future grandchildren, And our forefathers have died for our country to have this freedom. Why do we want to give that up? And a lot of people are saying, oh, I'm afraid I'm going to get a ticket when I go to these protests. Why are you afraid of that? Or I'm going to get arrested. Why are you afraid of that? Our forefathers have died so we could have this freedom, right? Why not fight back and join our fight for our freedom and liberty back the way we used to have it?
The vax is why this virus is still around.
Yeah, that's what we've been hearing a lot too.
That's how they are getting rich of us.
Yeah. Well, that's how it goes. But anyways, I think we're going to hang it up. We got to get a little bit of sleep so we can go to the convoy tomorrow. It starts at 5 a.m. in the morning, so it's pretty early. I don't think I'm going to be there at 5 in the morning, but we will be there. We will be there. I charged up all my batteries, charged up my drone batteries and all of that, so hopefully we have a really, really good turnout there tomorrow, and we can get some footage for you guys tomorrow, and we will keep you guys up to date. And hopefully we can get this overturned sooner than later, right? Any last words? More comments you want to read?
Tons of comments.
Oh, I know. I see them coming in there too, but we got to go. So thank you all for watching, guys and gals. And appreciate all of the donations that have come in. That really helps us getting out there tomorrow and produce this content for you guys, these awesome videos, because it's, you know, not for free, you know. But
yeah, and go out, join the convoys wherever you can.
yeah, honk your horn, get your flags or posters or whatever you have out there, and let's make a change, guys. Let's make this happen. It's 4:30 a.m. in Europe, and now I better go to oh my goodness. Well, thank you very much for watching from all the way out there from Europe. So with that being said, God bless you guys. Stay safe. Be peaceful when you go out there to the protest tomorrow. And thank you for all of your support. And let's share these videos, guys. Let's get the word out there. And let's rewrite history, guys. Thanks and have a good night, guys.
Good night.
See you later, guys.